What's up, everybody? It's me, Joey P, Joe Pisapia, and can you believe it? We're here already at the Super Bowl, and it's so many mixed emotions for me because, number one, I'm excited because it's the Super Bowl and it's going to be a great game, but also number two, it's sad because, well, I don't have another meaningful football game until September, so luckily I can bet on anything and everything when it comes to the Super Bowl. You can bet on the color of the Gatorade, you can bet on the coin toss, you can bet on anything. If Patrick Mahomes is going to crack his helmet, I haven't seen that one yet, but if I can, I just might bet on that too, and I'm going to go take you through my favorite 10 bets for this upcoming Super Bowl this Sunday. That's right, I know you're all going to be watching, but don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe, and when you drop your comments below on our BettingPros YouTube channel and you're a subscriber, you just might win a 1-year free premium upgrade to the best betting tools on the planet. Download that BettingPros app now and start figuring out all the incredible pieces that we can offer you to help you become a better wagerer when it comes to sports. And remember, if you have iOS, you get 3 free days of premium, but why not get a whole year by just subscribing to the Betting Pros channel and dropping your comment below? And don't forget to ring that bell for notifications when you do, so you know every time a piece of content drops on the channel, and of course, if you are the winner of that 1-year free premium upgrade. So here we go, boys and girls. It's Super Bowl time. Here are my top 10 favorite bets for this upcoming Super Bowl between the Chiefs and the 49ers. Number 10, Christian McCaffrey, 35-plus rushing yards in each half of the Super Bowl, minus 110 over at FanDuel. If the 49ers are going to be successful, they've got to utilize the weapon they did not have the last time they lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and that weapon is Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey had an incredible season with a ton of touchdowns, but getting the football in his hands and grinding out clock is going to be very important. The less chances you give Patrick Mahomes and the less time he has to beat you, the less chance he has to actually beat you. So I think Christian McCaffrey can get 35 plus, probably around 40 in each of the first and second halves, and I like this as kind of an under-the-radar investment at the minus 110. Speaking of Christian McCaffrey, let's do another McCaffrey prop. First touchdown score, plus 330. This is a nice return on investment here. If the 49ers have their game plan set, and you know that they do because Shanahan is an offensive genius, right? Well, if he is, they're going to be ready to march down the field on the Chiefs, show them a bunch of things that maybe they haven't seen before, and Christian McCaffrey, as I mentioned before, is a touchdown machine, so plus 330, that is a very nice number I'm getting over on FanDuel. I want to take that and take Christian McCaffrey to get that first TD. I like him to score more than one in this game, but still, let's not get too greedy too quickly. We got a lot more picks to go in this video. Coming in at number 8 on our Super Bowl best bets, San Francisco first drive to end in a field goal attempt at plus 430. This is our hedge over on FanDuel if we don't get the McCaffrey touchdown. Either way, we're in good shape if these 49ers have their you-know-what together, march down the field, and put up points. If they put up 6, I like McCaffrey to do it at plus 330, but if they have to settle for a field goal because Andy Reid and Steve Spagnuolo make quick enough adjustments to slow down the 49er offense, then they might have to settle for 3, in which case, again, look at this return, plus 430. How you doing? I'm doing fine if I can get this one. Next up on our list, coming in at number 7, Brandon Aiyuk over 4.5 receptions at plus 120 over on DraftKings. Getting a nice number here at the plus money for Brandon Aiyuk, and I know sometimes you get more Deebo Samuel or George Kittle in some games, but I think that with the health of Deebo Samuel being uncertain, Brandon Aiyuk at 4.5 is a nice little number here to go in that plus money range. If you go over on Betting Pros, and I know you have, you'll see it's actually the number 1 prop on the prop bet cheat sheet for the Super Bowl because you're getting plus money number 1, and number 2, it's a low number. Oh wait, and number 3, the projections have him going over this number with 5 plus catches. So let's lock in this Aiyuk prop before it moves. Number 6 on our list is the over at 47.5 at minus 110. This you can pretty much get anywhere, but the point is this. I think these two teams have experience in this game. The stage won't be too big. You know, Patrick Mahomes is practically here every single year, as are Andy Reid and the rest of the Chiefs. And the 49ers have been there, done that already in the Super Bowl too. So I know it's a little bit different of a roster than we saw a couple years ago, but still, I think sometimes people get a little antsy, a little bit flat here in the first quarter. I don't see that being the case. I think these two teams are going to be ready to go from the jump, and if they are, I think this number is going to portend to the over because of it. We know that there's capable quarterback play on both sides. We also know there's a ton of offensive weaponry on both sides. So for me, I like the over. I'm not saying it's going to go crazy bananas over. I wouldn't tease it up much further, but something around 28-20 makes sense to me with a little wiggle room for more. So give me the over 47.5 when we're talking about the total for the big Super Bowl. For the next bet on our list, we're going to start telling a story, and we're going to start telling the story of the Chiefs' victory with a Travis Kelce prop, 25 or more receiving yards in each half at plus 110 over at FanDuel. We know the limitations of the receiving core of the Kansas City Chiefs. That is no surprise. The one thing that's always consistent is Travis Kelce. So although Rashee Rice certainly has come on in the second half and had a really good playoff as well, Kelce's the guy they have to get involved early and often, and you know the word often is going to be involved when it comes to Travis Kelce. So this is a pretty small number at just 25 plus. So I think this is pretty much one of the best investments you can make. This is the kind of line to me that you invest more heavily in because you know, barring an injury or worst case scenario, that Travis Kelce is not only part of the game plan, but he is the go-to number one target of Patrick Mahomes. And speaking of go-to number ones, let's stay with Travis Kelce for the anytime touchdown score at plus 100 over on FanDuel. Are you getting a huge number on this? No. Is it plus money? Yes. And is it a good investment? Absolutely. Travis Kelce scoring in the Super Bowl makes just a ton of sense here for all the reasons that I just laid out of why each half 25 receiving yards makes sense as well. I expect him to approach double-digit targets. You know he's a red zone threat. I understand there's some more tantalizing, bigger options here when it comes to the Chiefs for anytime touchdown score. But I think if I'm trying to make big investments at plus money, this one makes a ton of sense of Mr. Kelce getting in the end zone and making it rain points. Next on our list, the Chiefs at plus 2.5, minus 115 over on FD. No mistake, I like the Chiefs in this game. I've loved the narrative the last few weeks if you've been watching the channel of the Chiefs being the underdog. I think it was the perfect antidote to a season that was lackluster at best. They've been at the top of the mountain so long, they forgot how to chase until you made them underdogs, and guess what? Ever since you did, they went out there and put a stomping on the Bills and put a stomping on the Ravens, and now they find themselves in the Super Bowl again as, guess what? Underdogs. So give me the Chiefs to cover. I think this is a lock, regardless, even if you like the 49ers. I don't think Patrick Mahomes is going anywhere. That takes us to our number 2 favorite wager, Patrick Mahomes, MVP of the Super Bowl at plus 135 over on FanDuel. Patrick Mahomes is the man. We all know this is a quarterback award, and I'm sorry, folks. At the end of the day, I think Patrick Mahomes is going to be the guy who's holding up another trophy, so you can hate all you want, but the guy prepares, the guy's a competitor, the guy's an animal, and when all's said and done, I'm just going to put my money on the man who has gotten it done in the big game more than one time, as opposed to the guy who is more of a system quarterback. Whoops, I had to duck there because I know a 49er fan just threw something at my head, but it is what it is, and you know that's the case too. I'm not saying Brock Purdy can't win this game. Of course he can. I'm just saying I'm going to invest in the guy named Patrick Mahomes who has won it before and knows what it takes on the big stage to get the job done. And you know what that means. Finally, at number 1, the Chiefs on the money line at plus 110. I already told you I love the Chiefs as the underdog. How can they be an underdog? All they do is win Super Bowls the last few years. Well, I think it's because everybody just loves the 49ers. But if we're going to get a little bit deeper into it, you know, after that 1 week bye, the 49ers barely escaped the Green Bay Packers at home, and I got a shellacking in the first half against the Detroit Lions. Eventually, they pulled things out, but the Detroit Lions, had they just managed the game a little bit better, Dan Campbell, they might have come out victorious and upset the 49ers. Instead, the 49ers squeaked by again at home and now find themselves in the Super Bowl. I don't think those issues are going to plague the Kansas City Chiefs. Andy Reid has been there, done that before. He's one of the best coaches in the history of the NFL. Yeah, that's right, I said it. He's also a first ballot Hall of Famer by now as well. And Patrick Mahomes is well on his way to Canton along with Mr. Reid. But in the meantime, this is another ring to add to their infinity gauntlet of championships. And I think the Chiefs are once again going to show everybody that it really doesn't matter what you do in the regular season. All that matters is you get hot at the right time and go handle your business in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl. And I think Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are going to do just that on Super Sunday. All right, there you have it, everybody. Those are my top 10 bets. But of course, as always, you know I'm a man of the people. I want to hear from you. So drop your comments below. Tell me your favorite bets, and I'll probably just bet on them too. And don't forget, we've got a ton of Super Bowl coverage right here on this channel. So like the video, share, subscribe, drop your comments below, and keep watching Betting Pros so you are prepared to make your Sunday a super one. That'll do it for me, Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids.